Welcome to our podcast where we cover everything from the latest news to politics and the latest entertainment.
We're your hosts and we're excited to bring you the latest updates and insights on topics that matter most.
Whether you're interested in current events, maybe you like pop culture, or you're just looking for a good laugh, we've got you covered.
So sit back, relax, and join us as we explore the world around us and dive into the issues that shape our lives. This is
The Forecast.
The Forecast.
The Forecast.
The Forecast.
The pink one's yours?
Oh,
Read
yeah,
that rolling thing.
voicemail with friends.
Shit fucked up my ASMR.
Okay.
Everything's rolling.
Everything's rolling, man. So we'll kick it
Everything's
off.
rolling.
I guess we'll start with like intros. Okay, so Mo. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Veronica.
This is V. We got
T.
T. And then we got
Said.
Said. So we got Said, TV, Mo, and
TV.
Mr. Producer, Miss Producer, they producer,
Neesia.
Nicia. All right, in the cut. So
Why?
let's kick it off. Let's get to know a little bit more about us, who we are, and I feel like you can kind of lead that.
Okay. So, number one, I guess, what was your childhood like?
Childhood like.
Well, you know, Full House. How many siblings we got? 1, 2,
7.
7, 8, 7.
7.
Yeah, 7. So there's 7 of us.
How many are you guys?
6.
6.
Never
I'm
a
an
dull
only
moment.
child.
Only child. So full house all around except for Mr. Producer. Miss
Mrs.
Producer.
Producer.
Mrs. Producer.
I mean, what do you... No.
Go ahead.
What do you identify with?
Do I
I was being
identify with?
sarcastic.
Oh.
What are your pronouns?
Oh. She heard.
Just
Okay, she, her.
You're
Like,
supposed to say Hershey.
listen, I'm
So
not
you
trying
get
to
what you
nobody.
see. You get what you see with this one. It says she, her. Okay.
No confusions.
What was the question again?
Yeah,
What was your childhood like?
What was your childhood like? Is your voice memos on?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So what was the childhood like? Yeah, I guess Full House. We moved a bit. Like
We moved all the time. There's always a new house I was living in.
that was houses though in the same city.
Yeah.
So we moved different cities like a couple times. So we started in Montreal.
Hmm.
We were there for I was there for a decade. You guys were there for most of
Yeah, I
it.
was there like 6, 7 years.
And then it was Cornwall. So we hopped around on like Cornwall a bit. We had
Yeah.
2 spots.
I believe before I was born, you and Hupsa went through at least 1 or 2 houses in Montreal.
Yeah, there were 2 places in
Yeah.
Montreal. I don't even remember.
In
the
my
first one.
childhood, it was 3 houses total.
Okay, so then Montreal and then the 2 in Cornwall.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
didn't always live in Hamilton?
No,
No.
we lived in a like Walton Court.
It was like the pregame to the
that was pregame, yeah.
yeah.
That was Cornwall
Pregame
pregame.
workout to the
And so you moved around.
Yeah, I mean, my parents moved around a lot, but I lived with my grandma, so
I see.
I was, held down by Stream.
Nice, the Millstream Rock.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
The original trap.
that was the original trap.
Yeah.
What's next?
So, what was your favorite subject in school and why?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like physics,
I'm gonna say science.
science,
Gym.
gym.
Yeah, I'll probably say gym.
So we got 2 gyms,
I
and
was in a big
sciences.
school guy.
So Jim, let's talk about that for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
That's not your favorite, and why?
So, well, for me, I never really enjoyed the regular topics, and my high school experience was a little different for reasons. So, I got just the boring topics, so just gym, and I definitely hated math. Math was actually a funny subject for me because I basically cheated through like the last 3 years. My whole high school, I had like one friend in each class that would just finesse
up.
for me. Yeah, I remember the last year, my teacher was so chill. I was like, yo, I am not at this point. I'm at a point with math where I'm not even gonna try to catch up. I just need to continue finessing. It was my last year, and my teacher, he was like super chill. So I would get all the assignments done through my friend who just sends me his papers. I would just go do my own version of his work. and then hand it in. And the teacher was like, "Look, you're not really passing any of the tests. You're doing like really bad on the test." He's like, "So you just hand me all your assignments, and I'll get you passed with a 50." I was like, "That's like,
All
I
right.
can focus on my other classes, and I got a free pass for math."
So that's why you guys are gym. Why'd you like chemistry?
Science.
I was gonna say,
Science.
'cause you're amazing at English.
Yeah,
Like-
I was really, really good in English, but actually, I would say English was like my best subject. My favorite was science, though.
Similar things. You like the teachers.
No, I hated Mrs. Holterman.
So why'd
Yeah.
you like science?
Science.
You a lab rat?
Kind of. And I accepted a frog the first time I got high.
I hate that. Oh, I remember that.
The first time I got high, guys.
I got her high.
And she sent me back to
She
class.
didn't go. Well, I kept her for a period, and then she went to her last period, which was chemistry. And she forgot all about dissecting a frog. And I found out afterwards when I had seen her after school. She's like, "Niece, I dissected a frog."
Yeah, it was pretty
It
good.
was high out your mind.
Yeah,
Cutting
it
into
was
an
her
organism.
first time ever smoking, ever in her life.
That's wild. Okay, well, I liked physics simply because, like, in physics, through physics, there's an explanation for everything. Movement, time. Like, I remember one of the first equations that this was actually in college, but regardless, it was like first, like, entry physics class, and we were looking at, like, a rocket, right? And using physics, you can figure out a lot about how the rocket is able to get off the ground, how much thrust you would need, gravity, all that jargon, and then, the rocket getting into space. And using physics, all of that can make sense on paper. So I always liked it for that reason. I felt like fucking Doctor Strange in physics class. Like, everything makes sense. Like,
I remember at one point, I think it was you and the other side, you guys would have like a debate of how you would survive a space crash or something like that. I remember there was like a heated debate, and like someone was like, "Yeah, bro, like grab a metal panel, hold on to that shit, and dash it. Last second you push off." I'm like, "Yo, these niggas, they think they could survive a space crash."
Yeah, technically, in theory, it's possible. The reason why it's not in most cases is because your legs would have to have enough power to negate the speed at which you're traveling, and then some.
And question:
Yeah,
you think your legs can do that?
most legs can't, which is why, like, if you're falling from a building and you're just clinging to debris, thinking you're gonna jump at the last second, well, you're just gonna move away from the debris, but you guys will continue to fall splat. Yeah.
Okay, I like
You would literally have to jump at the same rate of speed that you're falling.
And then some,
And
yeah.
more, yeah. Well,
Like-
technically, an equal amount would be just enough, but
Well,
Your
an
best-
equal amount would have you, like, suspended wherever you did that.
Yeah,
in
like in the
theory, it
same
can
spot.
work. But if you kind of want, like, a 1 meter,
Yeah.
a 1 meter jump, then
Yeah.
it's and then some. So what's next?
Oh, what was your first job, and what did you guys learn from it?
Dollar store,
Subway.
not to steal.
Walmart logistics. Not to sleep.
Wait, what was it?
Walmart, the Walmart
Oh,
factory?
It's like a warehouse.
Yeah, the warehouse. It was a funny situation. Should I tell? Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was this is my first job. I'm applying for my first job, and here in my head, at a young age, I'm thinking business is business, business is professional. So I go on the application, I start filling it out online, and I'm choosing everything I want. So I was like, I want to ride on a forklift. They call it the MHE. I was like, I want to work in the freezer section because it paid more than whatever, yada yada. I filled out all the details, application went in, they called me, they got in contact. I was like, okay, I'm hired. Or not hired, but I'm going in for the interview. And then I did everything, everything was going well. And after the, orientation, that's when it got tricky. They were like, all right, they start handing out like papers telling everyone where to go. And I got a paper and it was telling me to go to like some different building. And like, it was a whole complicated situation. I got it all figured out. Yeah. But yeah, what happened? Yeah, I ended up in a whole nother building, and I was doing nothing close to what I applied for. I was actually on my feet for 8 hours straight. My first job, I was like, this is crazy. I was lifting boxes, scanning that shit, throwing on conveyor belts. They called it bag and tag. I felt like a slave. I was like, this is complete. I thought we
It's not
abolished
my
this shit.
ancestors signed up for it.
But you know what ended up happening was I ended up loading and unloading trailers. And that was like the bottom of the barrel, the most biggest workout you can get in the building.
I used to do that too.
And not only that, the boxes were fucking huge. I was like, yo. So what happened was basically I ended up working a long shift. I was exhausted. I really didn't adapt to the work life yet. And I just sat between two trailer docks. I sat there to tie my shoe. And then while I was tying my shoe, before I finished tying my shoe, I dozed off. And I was like, yo, I woke up to some corporate man like, hey, follow me. I was like, what the fuck? I just followed him to my demise.
And Saeed, you said your first job was
Shit, I was like, it was like some like factory shit like that too, but it was called Plan Prep, and basically it taught me just as a black person, you don't want to work in the freezer, bro. That shit was
Not for
tough,
me.
bro.
I tried to work at Good Foods, the warehouse where we package all the food for Good Foods. Could not do it.
Yeah,
Too
nah,
cold.
like I couldn't feel my feet after, like, bro.
Should be wild.
They gave me gloves and I couldn't feel my hands.
That's what I'm saying. I was wearing like 2 pairs of gloves. They're like, go leave your gloves on the heater. I'm like, my nigga,
No.
what are you talking about, bro?
And
can't
V, I
feel my
remember
feet.
you were a dollar. I remember that.
Yeah, I worked at the dollar store for a total of like 3 months. And I got like fired / quit / didn't come in, but I stole a lot from that job. So I learned not to steal at my work.
Your job was what?
I worked at Subway.
Oh.
That was my first
That
job.
was
a
sick.
soft
I've
spot.
honestly always wanted to work at Subway only because I would actually like some of these subs I get from people. They do not give a crap about how they make them subs. Like they just throw them on. So like I know for a fact if I made subs,
Yo, literally, that was my whole ethos. Like, I walked into there, they put me on veggies. I was like, bet you got veggies, you got your sauces.
Yep.
So yo, I used to put the sauce on that shit, bro. They would send that shit down the line.
Yeah,
Say, yo, what you want, man? You say cucumbers, lettuce. I would put that shit all pretty and shit.
right? Not just falling off.
Yeah. What kind of sauce you want?
One little pile. Like,
Chipotle? Yo, I used to toss it up 2 feet, catch it next hand, flip it back, put it in. Yeah, bro, I was on some Naruto shit, bro. I achieved Bonkai with fucking Subway, bro.
Oh my god. What's the next question? Mrs. Producer.
what was the most challenging experience that you had faced growing up? It's a deep one right there.
Well, I think,
Y equals MX plus B.
We should have crickets in the background when we're all thinking.
yo, for me, it was honestly like, I'm pretty confident I can say that it was just figuring out like who I was, because
Trying to find my friends.
yeah, like a lot of people I find they waste a lot of time like trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
You know, they'll hang with different crowds, and it's like opening a combination lock. You know, it's like finally
Combination.
once you get to college, it's like, okay, like I think this might be who I am. It's like after college too. Like college is like the last number. So
I
you still
literally
have
had
to, like,
no clue who I was going through college.
Yeah,
I was
that's what I mean.
lost walking through the halls of Algonquin.
you're still fumbling with it. I would say it's like elementary, high school, college. It's like usually by the end you're expected to know who you are. But honestly, I feel like there's a lot of unnecessary like roadblocks in like this education system to begin with, which kind of like makes it more complicated. But to make a long story short, yeah, definitely figuring out who I was. I thought it was a rapper at one point. That was not it. That was not it.
Clyde
Without
Young in the
getting too
cut.
deep, I guess like learning French would be one, I guess. But generally, I'll just say like my last like 2 years of high schoolish. The last one in particular, it was like pretty hectic because I was like working overnights and then going to school right after work and then like sleeping for like 4 or 5 hours and then still managing to chill with like the homies and these, because I'm like, there's no way fucking going to work, school, sleep, work. Nah, I was like, yo, Like I'm asleep for like 4 or 5 hours and shit.
I honestly can relate to that because I was doing the exact same
Yeah,
thing. I worked
shit.
overnights at Amazon, woke up, was going back to school in person, and
Yeah,
then
literally, it was
Yeah.
online. I would like come home, shower, go straight to school. The teacher was like, "Yo," I would just abuse it. I didn't abuse it, but I kind of did. I would be in class and the teachers are like, "Yo, like that shit's crazy," like, and I'm just there like, "Yeah, bro, it's actually absolutely ridiculous. That's why I need to sleep right now. Go to sleep." Like, yo.
Yeah, my real answer I would say was just like avoiding like all the drama, all the extra stuff. Because like, you know, I had that phase in my life where you start popping out, you start meeting people and you start going places and start meeting more people and you end up in like all the different types of places that you never thought you would be in. And then you end up in exclusive places. There's just too much going on, you know? So I just have to really avoid the wrong stuff. And I think I did a decent job.
Celebrity status.
You know what I'm saying?
Cornwall celebrity status. Eligibility, melanin.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially my car,
Especially in
closet.
like Cornwall, it's like the black population, especially where near the earlier stages, was like down. You couldn't see no black people
Yo,
for weeks.
the
And I
first
would be like one of those guys. I'm just like, yo, every time I step outside, there's gotta be like a change in the atmosphere.
the first time I felt like kind of different. I was like, I'm in like grade 7, 8, and I'm just talking to people and shit. And I'm like, the one word I remember is weird. I'd be like, yeah, that's weird and shit. And then there's this one girl. She was like, wait, say that again. I'm like, weird. She's like, bro, I'm like, why do you talk like that? And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what do I talk like that? Like, you say words weird, and I'm like, yo, I talk just like the rest of you guys, but shit, like, I don't know. Yeah.
you.
Me?
Yeah.
I said trying to figure out who my friends were. Me, I bounced around group from group, had multiple friends. I don't like any of them now.
I think a lot of kids go through that. It's like,
No, but the amount of groups that I was actually involved in was pretty hectic. Like, I had
You're
friends for
like that.
group
days.
hopper.
Oh, I'm a huge group hopper.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, like I'm a huge group hopper. Not anymore. That sounds really bad, but like not anymore.
So, what's one thing you guys learned from your parents that has stuck with you today?
Honestly, I always have to choose my dad in a fight. That's what my parents taught me.
I get that.
Yeah.
I definitely get that.
Choose your dad.
No facts.
Yeah.
If I wanted the easy way, I'm team dad.
I'd say, what do you call it? I guess just like don't give up shit like that. Work hard.
Don't give up. Work hard. You'll make it.
So, what, your dad used to say that to you all the time?
I mean, you know, both parents, you know, I was like, when I first went to a French school, like, you know, the principal and all that shit were like, yo, like, he's not gonna learn French and this and that. My mom was like, yo, calm down, he's a guy, bro. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You don't know what you're talking about. So then I just stuck it out, and then I learned French and shit, and then I actually won a medal that was like, oh, perseverance, like whatever, during the graduation and shit.
He's the guy.
And I was like,
He's
yo,
the guy.
calm down, bro.
Yo, I learned that, like, okay, this is something I learned from my dad. He used to say this all the time. It's one of those nuggets that you don't really digest until you're like, I don't know, like 20 or something. But with freedom comes restrictions, and with restrictions comes freedom. Yeah. So I really had to sit on that for like a good decade before I cracked the code.
It's got like some poetry, really. Yeah, kung fu.
It's like master code.
He's
He's literally Master Yoda, bro.
On that topic, I'll also quote a quote that I got from my dad a couple of years back, having a discussion. It was like the beginning of, when was it? I think the beginning of COVID.
I think it was a little bit before.
Maybe a little earlier, whatever. But basically what he says was something to the effect of, don't waste your time trying to understand anything people do and say. So, at first it just, sounded like whatever, but as I start getting older and I see a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I realize there's a lot of illogical people out here. So some things they got your head spinning, like you're like, what does this mean? Like, what is going on? And I realized that if you just stop questioning it, it becomes easier. Like, okay, this is one of those situations.
That's
Like,
right.
look, you open your phone nowadays, you go on the internet, and all you see is crazy shit. So it's definitely works in that sense as well.
Speaking
Wisdom.
of the past, what's one thing you guys wish you could go back and change?
I said this last time, but shit. I would just change the fact that COVID fucked up my basketball season.
Oh yeah, that.
You know
COVID.
what I'm saying? Like, everything else, I'm good. I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. Some plans and stuff, man.
What would I have changed? I think I would have maybe tried to change like my passion. Like I would have wished I could figure out. This kind of ties into what I said earlier, but like figure out who I was a little bit earlier, so that I could have focused on the things that mattered a little bit more. I still would say that I got a head start on like a lot of people because I kind of started getting into entrepreneurship when I was in high school, actually, like grade 12, like my buddy Ross. So we were probably like, what? We were probably like 17, 18.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're probably like 17, 17, 18. But I at that point, I still hadn't figured out that like that's what I wanted to do. So I wasn't like 2 feet in,
Yeah.
And that's probably okay, I wouldn't say I dipped my toes. I had like 1 foot in
Okay.
and 1 foot like
Hovering.
just doing other shit, trying to be a rapper, I don't know what else to say. Like the one thing I would have changed was probably just figuring that out earlier so I can like hit the gas, you know what I'm saying?
And you?
Hit the
I'm
gas.
interested to hear your answer about this.
What's one thing you would change?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. But if I had to pinpoint something, I would have taken care of cows more seriously.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you say cows or collies?
Cows.
Cows.
I would have. No,
No.
I was a bad kid.
For 4 weeks in camp.
Yeah, I had 4 weeks. Say no.
I remember.
I had basically a month's worth of cow taking care of training.
Yeah, before
In my
it sounds
life.
longer.
What? 4 weeks does sound
So
longer.
you wish you could have taken that more serious?
I wish I would have indulged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like I could have made a good living out of becoming a farmer.
Along that convo, I was talking to her and I would be like, she'd be petrified if she had to watch you slaughter a cow. I feel like you would.
I remember that conversation.
I would
That was
slaughter a
literally,
cow.
like, yesterday.
Honestly,
I'm not gonna
I
say
feel
for-
like I
I'm
would
not gonna-
like.
I'm not gonna say for no reason, but I wouldn't need much.
Honestly though, like let's be real. If we had to
open the
move,
gate and be like, yo, someone let the cow go.
yeah, deadass. No, honestly, if I had to like watch you slaughter a cow, I feel like I wouldn't talk to you for a few days. Just to like, yeah, just so like I could like.
You put me on the block, man.
I would. Just like, I would much rather starve than eat a cow.
We're going vegan right now. We about to make some imitation meat.
Oh my.
Yeah. No.
God.
Not happening.
And I'll be slaughtering that shit.
Okay, well, on the opposite end, what's one thing you guys are proud of from your past?
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
10 solid years of competitive fighting.
That's master
Oh,
status.
that's with her. Yo,
I'm like
show-
sensei level.
show the black belt on your ass.
But you won't slaughter a cow, but you'll
No.
slaughter your opponent?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's exactly what I do.
One thing that you're proud of. Probably the time I spent in madrasa. I think so madrasa is like it's an Islamic school, like the 3 of us went there.
Yeah.
It's just the Arabic word for school, but essentially it focuses more on like religious studies and like the Quran. I would say I'm proud of this solid, like what I put in, like, let's make it sound long. I put in like a good half a decade.
You guys slept there, right?
Yeah. So for the so it was a boarding school.
Okay.
Half a decade.
'Cause I went
That
to-
had to be like a decade, bro.
I
No, I might have felt like a decade, but it was not. Like I was there the longest. It was like 6 years. That's how long I spent there. Yeah,
Since I went.
because I started before you.
I stayed.
What age?
No, you stayed another year.
Because I started.
How long after me did you stay?
I came around age 6, 7. I think I was just starting to visit at the age of 6. By the time I was 7, I was getting enrolled, and then I went over until like 16. I remember, I was there before they had a grade 1 and grade 2, so I just used to make me stick around there and do Quran class until however many years it was that. I think it was a year or 2. I remember.
So you stayed an extra 4 years after I left? That doesn't make sense.
What this? I was grade 10. Like,
What age
that's
did you
pretty much
start?
I left grade. You came in grade 11. Yeah, I went to grade 11.
Okay, and when I was there, you were 2 grades below me, no? 3 grades?
I believe so. Something like that.
Okay, so you probably stayed a solid. You were there probably for 8 years because you didn't start when I started. So if you stayed an extra,
It's seven. If you went at 7, and you got out at 16, that's like almost 10 years.
but I don't think you started at 7. That's
What
what I'm
age did you
saying.
start at?
I started when I was like 10.
See, I went to school too. Like, I went to Saturday classes. I did that since I was a kid, like 6, all the way up until I was like 17. I left before I graduated.
Well, that's kind of what I'm proud of. Like, what would you guys say you're proud of from
Like,
like?
for that reason, I was gonna say pretty much the same thing. You know, the time I spent there set a foundation of kind of understanding for a lot of things that I avoided. Also learning the Quran, studying the Quran, and learning to read Arabic, very cool things that I'm proud of. I could have done more actually, but I did do some decent progress in there.
Nice. What would you say?
I'd say definitely proud of the time I spent at Madrasa too. Proud of learning French. I got good at basketball.
So he's proud of his couple things.
Yeah.
All right.
What's something you guys hope to learn in the next 5 years?
I want to just generally learn how to generate a lot of money. Just learn how to make successful businesses like water, you know?
Hmm.
You know, just be like, yeah.
Business bender.
Yeah, just sell people
Well,
water, you
entrepreneur,
know?
creepier, huh?
I want to learn how to speak Spanish again.
It's good.
Reignite the flame.
Yeah, I'm basically like handicapped in my own culture. So
Yeah. Okay. So you would say that's
I can understand it. Like I can understand every single word in Spanish in a full sentence.
because you lived with your grandma. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
and,
like
like,
full Spanish.
Yeah, but not only that, like from the ages of like coming out of the womb to like 6, 7, I only spoke Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
It was only when I went to actual like grade 1 that I started learning English.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like I couldn't really say English is my first language.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
it's not.
on that topic for me, like this is kind of like a little bit off topic, but like when I have kids, I low-key want them to grow up like till from the ages of like 1 till 7 in Trinidad and Dominica,
Yeah.
so that they can have like the whole accent, and when they grow up, they're not gonna know that it's because of me that they're like walking around talking to people, and people are like, "Damn, bro, you have a cool." I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, me, I want my
That's
kids
where
to
we
speak
have to
Spanish.
And get a little bit of that cultural
organize
Yeah.
this organization.
Like I need to be able to like secret talk with my kids when we go out.
Yo, me. I'm trying to learn how to drift, yo. I need a I need a rear wheel beater, bro. I'm trying to learn how to kick the clutch, step the, you know what I mean, sideways, bro. Sideways, DK, Drift King.
You see those VHS videos in Japan and stuff? And
Those are cool.
these guys are just sitting in a dark road and you just hear 5
Insane.
cars.
Go to Tokyo.
Yeah,
They
bro.
still do that.
Sideways.
I saw some videos of
On
them driving
On the
road.
pass, bro.
Oh,
One
my
wheel.
God. Souped up cars like driving down the mountain. They still do those.
Yeah, bro. One wheel
Tokyo.
drifting off the edge, fam. Just
Okay, well,
crazy.
that's a little-
10 block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I definitely gotta learn how to drift. That's my one thing.
What do you hope for?
Me? I said
Spanish.
speak
Oh, you
So
said
I
Spanish,
speak
yeah.
Spanish,
Okay.
but trying to be out here with the kids. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
How to, I'd say, I want to learn how to run a complex business. But, like, in the meantime, I also want to learn how to ride a horse.
Oh yeah, me too.
At the same time, you know what I'm saying?
While I'm doing my work on the horse, and I'm also.
Oh my
He's supposed to
god.
be a cyborg.
Yo,
But that's crazy though. That's one thing I've always
I
like.
seen recently
Especially being on a horse.
I seen recently a video of this shorty was riding a horse, and like it just looks so sick. Especially she had like this long kind of.
No, the
dress.
shorties
It's, like,
on the
long,
horse are nuts,
and it was
bro.
like she was just trotting, and then the music too was going with it. So it was like background music, and then the beat drop. She starts zooming, and it was like, yo, that should look like this. But yo, I need to learn that.
I need to learn. Another thing is just like basically professional motorcycle riding on the track.
Yeah, I've been doing this. Is gonna help me ride my horse too. I've
been doing my
It's gonna be
research.
on the
I
horse.
found a track, bro. I found everything I needed, bro. By summer or this summer or next summer, bro.
Don't worry, this coming summer we'll get a bike, like hands down. We'll get like
I really wanna. Get
Can we get a
how do
cow
you
this
say
summer?
this?
what?
You heard
Listen, you
me.
can't get a cow in Ottawa like that. Not like in the city.
She wants like. Okay, what's the next question?
What is one place you guys hope to visit in the next 10
Okay,
years?
true that. In the next 10
Stockholm,
years.
yeah.
In the next 10 years.
Yo, I have,
The whole
I have
world.
like a bucket list.
Yeah,
Of like
that's
locations.
Okay, so what's the if
The top-
someone called you right now and said, "Here's some money, you can pick one place to go to right now," where would you go?
Dubai.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's my homeland, which I'm kind of not gonna count it because that's biased. I just want to go to the Caribbean. I want to go Trinidad.
But you have one choice.
Well,
Yeah,
You
one
can go to
choice.
your-
So
you
one
can go to
choice.
your homeland
I
though, too.
will
Like,
be honest. I'm gonna go to my homeland.
all right,
So
Trinidad.
I'm gonna go. No, that's gonna happen in a year. So I'm gonna choose Japan.
Okay.
Japan, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywhere specific?
There's so many reasons. First of all,
Anywhere specific.
anywhere
Like
specific.
Seoul, Japan.
I would go somewhere.
Seoul is in North Korea.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sorry, South Korea.
Oh.
I want to go to Seoul as well,
Okay.
but for different
Tokyo.
reasons. But yeah.
So like Tokyo, Japan, I want to go to like the neon cities, but I
Mm.
also want to go into like the nature, the wilderness. I
The
want to go
mountains.
through the temples. Yo,
Yeah.
the
Sunrise,
palm
bro.
trees with the petals flowing like
Shit, I
that.
gotta see a couple
movie.
movies.
You know, I want to go
Cherry
watch like the
blossom
drifting
trees.
across.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
drifting in the streets. I want to go to all the car meets. I want to do everything in Japan. Okay.
So Dubai, Japan, where you trying to go?
Realistically, like right now, if someone just gave me like 100,000 and said go anywhere,
Anywhere, I would also go to Dubai for a specific reason. That I would go to like the places where the rich people are chilling and eating and shit, and I'm gonna go there. And I'm gonna just talk to all the rich people. And
Say, yo, put me on game, yo.
I'm not getting it, bro. I know you guys want people to move here. Give me like 10 big reasons why. You know, like I'm going to London.
First thing they're gonna say, you have money? No.
Yes,
Oh,
what is
What is your budget?
Where is your Bugatti?
telling you, bro.
No, but same though, Loki. And you, where you trying to go?
Me, I'd go to Bali.
Bali.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good one.
Bali's
Just know
one
you
of
can't
the-
smoke there.
That's fine. Me, I'd go cold turkey. Honestly, if I could like, if something happened tomorrow and I didn't have Mo, I would pack my shit, move to Bali.
Yeah, one thing about Bali, it's actually on my bucket list.
Now you know where to find her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just a little salty
No one can
because
get to her.
Bali,
Don't get past
um,
you know
they
that.
used to have a subspecies of tigers that lived there. Tigers are my favorite animals. The whole species went extinct, so I'm gonna experience the after Bali after the extinction of tigers, which I just think would be cooler if I got to go there when there was tigers. I like tigers.
Nice.
Okay, well, for the next one, you have to choose something different. But what is one skill you guys hope to master in your lifetime? You have to change something else other than drifting.
Influence. Influence.
That's a good
one.
I would master the skill of influence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Stay away from me,
Why?
cause
No, influence is if you have influence, bro, that's why celebrities are so stupid, bro. Like, how do you have influence and you don't have 10 businesses already, bro? How do you
Buckets.
have 100 million followers on
Buckets.
Instagram and you don't have 10 businesses? Like, bro, I would sell grass.
but what do you?
I would sell grass.
But what
Put
do
my
you-
signature in the box.
Who do you say doesn't have business? Because who do you think owns Sarab?
Well, I know there's certain celebrities that do like
A lot of them
100%,
do actually.
but-
They just don't talk about it.
I mean, okay, the like
A lot
the
of
top
people-
ones that are like Snoop Dogg, you know, like these guys. But I'm saying like
Like your average
Your
athlete
average-
who gets into NBA, starts making a couple million
Okay.
a year, and just wants to pop bottles.
Yeah, mostly the musicians though. I wouldn't really say athletes because they get endorsements, deals. You know, athletes are
So
but
you
even
talking
then,
about like little TJ and all
most
that?
athletes, even when they get out of like once they retire, they become broke. So even them, they're not the brightest people, you know.
Yeah.
But also, it's mostly musicians who just go buy chains, cars,
Big dummies, bro.
big dummies, bro.
Buckets.
Like, the first thing they do is buy a chain. Oh my god, bro.
Make a masterclass just for rappers, bro. How to get the fuck out and make bread. That's gonna be my masterclass. How to get the fuck out and make bread. What are you trying to master?
Art.
That's a good one.
Excuse me?
I'm ready.
I'm sorry.
I'll teach you.
It's about what do you call that?
Feng shui.
Personal development?
No. It's about the alter ego. The two lifestyles living separately.
Aren't you a Gemini? Oh, you're not a Gemini, so that doesn't come naturally to you. Never mind. Yeah, Geminis, we hit different. We have the alter ego built in us
Geminis
already.
are all delusional and they think they have.
Whatever you are
You're a
delusional.
Sag.
Is that what he is?
Yeah.
Sorry. My mom's sad.
Yeah, but your mom's a
Anyways,
December
I don't
Sag.
believe in that shit.
I don't
anyways.
believe in that shit. If we have to talk about it, Geminis are the best.
Geminis are hands down the
But
best
I don't
signs.
believe
June
in-
Geminis, though, not May.
Geminis,
No, I made Geminis. 'Cause if you
Geminis,
think,
Leos, they all say they're the best.
Casey, if you think about it, you have a 1 week window to be considered a May Gemini, which makes you,
You have
that
like 3
better.
days.
Even you made my point even more solid.
No, but it's
You
like
have
you
3
almost
days
made
to
the
be a
cut.
May
You
Gemini.
barely made the cut.
You have how many days to be a June
I
Gemini?
hope you guys know that you guys don't think you're the best, but Pisces are. 'Cause
All
we
right,
have
next
all
question.
The knowledge of,
Next-
that was a big question.
Pisces.
Yeah, we have all the knowledge of all the past. That's why we come last. We have all the knowledge.
So let me get this
But I
straight.
think I can. You guys, it's easy for you guys to be double-sided and all that stuff. But I think it also comes natural for us. We can match people's energy.
So let me get this straight. You're a core believer in astrology. Is this astrology science?
I take it as like,
A grain of salt.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like, because here's the thing. There's
Not
so
the
many
way she
different-
was just talking.
Well, I'm just saying that.
I am the
RC. Well, that is
No,
one thing
I
though,
would
because
say-
if you go by all zodiacs, in the order that they come in, Pisces is last, and they say
Yeah.
because we are last, because we are the most intuitive. We have the most knowledge of certain things. We feel a lot more. We're easy to
That's why I keep her around.
like. That's the thing. We have a lot of qualities of every
She's
other
my
one, but
type.
we're just calm.
I would say that everybody like has certain characteristics and shit, but I would say that most people just decide to prescribe themselves. Like they're like they read the things like Geminis are a piece of shit and they're yeah, you know what? Like that's really me. Like honestly, I really don't fuck with people.
Like, first time I heard about zodiac signs or whatever, I'm hearing like everywhere I'm hearing is like Sagittarius or like the crew's so evil. I'm like,
I just Scorpio.
See,
that's not me. So.
I know this is the thing. What
I don't
people don't understand about that is that so basically your sun is your main zodiac, right? So you guys are Geminis, you're a Sagittarius, I'm a Pisces. That's where the sun was in the zodiac, like you know how there's constellations? So that's where the sun was.
Okay, let's
No.
get into this. So
The
what the
moon-
fuck's the moon?
The moon is your emotions. The moon says it rules your emotions. So wherever the moon was, that's what your zodiac is. So you can be a Sagittarius, fiery, right? But your moon could be in Pisces, which means you're calm with your emotions. That explains why you're
Go on
calm.
co-star.
Everyone isn't just go on CoStar and like put in your information.
I'm a
and it'll
Gemini,
tell you.
Cancer, Gemini.
Everyone has multiple different zodiacs within their personalities. That's why you're not just a Gemini.
Yo,
You're
I'm-
like a
That's why I'm
Gemini
a
with-
two-faced emotional
and then your
brat.
ascendant.
No,
is
bro,
what
I'm
you
just
cross all
him, bro. I'm just him. I'm just
You make me
him.
so mad.
I don't even have emotions. I don't remember the last time I
The
cried.
fuck are you
See,
I
emotional?
remember one time.
Did you turn your humanity switch off?
Yes, bro. I was a vampire from Vampire Diaries that literally turned off my emotions a long time ago. Like,
Yo, I'm telling you,
They're
just
just
baggage.
cold-hearted.
Baggage.
just
You cold-hearted
if something pisses you off, it's like
See, but he can have an Aries. He can have an Aries moon. That's what I
That's
mean.
true.
Everyone has a different zodiac for different places where
I
you're.
remember a long time ago, someone asked me, they're like, "Do you even have any emotions?" And I was like, "Yeah, sometimes I feel hot, sometimes cold, sometimes warm."
You know,
Most of the time, I'm just him,
if
bro.
your mom
That's-
knows what time you guys are born at, ask her, download CoStar, put your information, your birthday, and the time you were born at. It will give you your whole chart. And you guys will actually, when you read that shit and you read the things and all the different ones, you will realize there's a lot more. If you combine it all, a lot of it will seem
Pretty sure you can just go on Snapchat now and go to
No,
like
okay.
the thing.
CoStar
Yeah,
goes by
but
the time and
Listen,
day.
like,
and,
yeah,
like,
Snapchat is just your birth date. Like, there's a time and day. Like, literally to
But here it says the
specific-
same shit. Time, date, place on Snapchat, everything. But I'm just not
frick
feeling
did they add that?
Yo, they
Click
updated
on
that,
your
fam.
Gemini thing. You gotta click on your logo and
And does it give you where each planet was, like Venus, Mercury,
I have
Jupiter?
no idea because I'm not feeling.
So that's why you have to go. Okay, so you have to fill that out and or do CoStar though too, because CoStar's a little bit like
yeah.
easier. Like it's definitely it goes more in depth into it. You know what I mean?
Interessant.
Download CoStar. You had it,
Yo,
didn't you?
I deleted it, bro. I probably got it for some
I think
stupid
'cause
ass
we made
reason
you-
in high
because I
school.
think I remember him having and I had you on.
I was gonna say they definitely held a hostage or like.
There
Yeah.
was
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, but just for shits and giggles, download it again and like every few days, like read something about it or read something in it and see
It's
if you
not
kind
some
of relate
motivational
to.
quotes that gets me through my day.
it's gonna try to hack my psyche. It's gonna try to make me an
No, I'm telling
astrology
you, bro.
guy.
No, I'm not saying get
Everyone-
into
everyone-
it, but just to even see that it's not just you're a Gemini. Like there's so many different things that make you who you are, and there's so many different zone, like you know what I mean, characteristics. That's
You're
why
right. You're
I
right.
don't. It's
I'm
not
him,
just-
bro.
Okay.
Was that the last question?
Yeah, it was. So I think we on that note,
Damn.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Cheers.
and I'm him. Is that what y'all say?
Nah, that's my reading. I look in the mirror and I see the reading right in front of me. I'm like,
Beautiful. I feel good.
no, if you check my birth certificate, it says Timothy Thomas the third.
Timothy.
I'm the
Thomas
third.
the third.
No, you're Timothy the Thomas the second. Him. It's not she.
When I look in the mirror, it just says, "Bro, you're him."
I would say before. I'll take before, but like it's like Timothy.
Sticking to the brand.
All right,
I know
yo,
what I mean.
pleasure. Thanks for hosting.
No problem.
You know, thanks for
Mrs.
cutting it up.
Producer.
Anytime.
We'll see you
Mr.
guys on
Producer.
like Thursday. Chop it up next week.
We'll chop it up next week.
But it's-
Over and out.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't chop together actually. But
I mean, think I can hit it though.
Don't hit it.
Over and out.
Lightly. I think so. No.
I can kind of edit it, you know.
That video. You should make that. Make him do the TikTok where I trust my Latina wife.
Oh
My
hell
dad's
no!
been trying to get me
I don't
to do
trust her,
that.
bro.
Alright.
I don't trust her.
Why don't you trust me?
Bro, you'll take my head
Side
off and
note.
pretend like it was an accident.
Side note, I feel like low key, my audio is gonna sound way different than your guys. Because I'm on like.
have like that one video.
Well, I have AirPods, so it's not like I don't know. It's pretty clear.